Welcome to Trading Lounge and the European indices for the 23rd of October, starting with the DAX on the 4-hour chart here. We've been counting this up here as an impulse wave, as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 5 waves up for wave 3 here. We were looking for an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave to move down. It has moved a bit higher than the 61.8%, but we'll stay with this here as an A and a B and a C wave coming into this space here. So it would look a little bit like this here. So wave 5 of 3 here, an A wave here, an A and a B and a C wave here for wave B, and then looking for 5 waves down here. Because it's come so high here, it hasn't created an expanded flat which would take it a tad above this high here. It has come quite high, so normally when I find that occurring here, I don't find that it will come all the way down through here. It's basically showing strength, so it will give us more of a flat sort of correction, even though it's not a flat because we've got 5 waves in the first structure here, but it has come rather high here. So we will see that come down basically into the supports here. Also looking for 5 waves down as well, so we can see that we've moved down through here, so we could look at that as wave 1, and then from here we've got wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So then this will all be wave 3 here, then there'll be 4, and then there'll be 5 here. So it'll bring us back into this support area through here for that. Yeah, so we've got time, but then we need to confirm an impulse wave of 5 waves to the upside and then pull back, and then we can look to go long above this particular high here. So we need this to unfold much further yet. So I'll just leave that as it is for the time being. And also the FTSE as well. It's a bit messy, the FTSE, but we'll also have a look at the bigger picture here today as well. So just starting on the 4-hour chart here, I've had this as wave 2 up here, wave 1 here, an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here. It's possible that this wave 2 here could get more complicated and bring it over here. We would need to see 5 waves up through this point here, so we'd need to see another high here. We could go long above this particular high here as well. And then what would occur here in that case, we would look at wave B here and being wave A here. So 3 waves for wave A, a B and a C wave coming into this space through here, that 61.8% mark there. Or we can already have it in play here with this here as the A, the B and the C here, which to me is a little bit more probable. And the move down through here, we can view that on the hourly chart like this here. So the A, the B and the C here for this, and then wave 1 and 2 here, then wave 1, an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here. But if this high gets taken out here, as of this being a wave 4 pulling back here, so if I look at, I'll take the low here in this case. So the 38.2% retracement level is here. So we would need to see that make that one more high here to have that wave C copied over here as wave 2 and then down from that point there. So we'll just see for a moment. Let's just give it a session or two. I mean, in the bigger picture for this here, let me just maybe just go to the monthly chart here. Can't really recall what I've done here, but so yeah, look, wave 3, an A and a B and a C here for wave 4, and then counting 5 waves up of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. The only problem with this is that wave 4 overlaps the top of wave 1 here. So that's the only problem with that. I mean, I'll say only, it's pretty massive sort of problem. But it's a bit tricky to see how this would count otherwise. We could have this in a series of wave 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and then 1 and 2, so building into a much bigger bull market to the upside. So I'm kind of aware of that as well. Yeah, so it's just a little bit tricky to see. So taking this as the top here at the 8,000 here, then we look at this on a weekly chart here. So if we consider that the top here, 5 of 5 of 5 here, we could look at this. This is quite difficult to count down here. If I look at it on the FTSE 100, it can count as an A and a B and a C here. I look at it on the FTSE 250 rather, then it appears as 5 waves down. So there is this possibility here, but this doesn't count up here very nicely as wave 1 either, because it's got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for wave 1, or an A wave and a B wave and a C wave. So on the daily chart here, this is how it, this is a better fit for it here. This is the one I'm actually working with wave 1 here. 5 waves up here for wave A, B and C here, and then 5 waves down here, 3 waves back up here, 5 waves here, and we've just been counting those 3 waves here, haven't we? So it's kind of got this bearish pattern about it. I mean, I'd still need more sort of evidence, but we'll look for we'll definitely look for short trades, you know, taking these lows out here. But we also need it to reject the 7,200 here. Because I normally find too, this is actually group 1 here, where we talk about the trading levels. So trading levels from 7,000 to 8,000 is simply the Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8. That said, we're in group 1 here of 1, 2 and 3, and I normally find that once a market finds the number 2 in group, I'll just call them 1, 2 and 3. If the market finds the number 2 as the resistance here, then the market will be pulled down to the closest largest number, in this case the 7,000 here. For it to become the resistance here, we need it to be when a market comes down a level and comes through it, and as a resistance it needs to go back up here, and then that low there would be the proof that that's the resistance if that moves back down through there, because it's rejected it at that stage. So this little move down through here and this retest here, this is the part of the process here. So that needs to be rejected. If it rejects it and makes a new low here, then it'll be pulled down to 7,000. Like it did over here in a way. I mean, it was a bit of a larger swing, but the same thing here. But in this case here, because we're so far into 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 here, we could see this move down quite swiftly from here. So we do need to be mindful. And I could be wrong here, but if that low is breached here, then we definitely need to be on the short side. If the market moves up from that point, then I've got it wrong. Well, then we'll be looking for long trades on the 72 here. So in that case, we need to see, if I go back to the hourly chart here, if we do see 5 waves up here, then we'd look for an A and a B and a C move back down here, and then the market would move up here. Still, the C wave up here would still also bring us back down into this space here, so I'm aware of that, but it would be this high here that would take us much higher at that point. So because this would be wave 1 and wave 2 here in that case, and then moving down for wave 3. So it'll be either wave 1 or A or 2 or B, but whatever it is, that second high here would be the catalyst to be long at that point. So yeah, we need more time for this to unfold to give us the triggers, but this low here is the important one we want on the short side here. So we've still got a fair bit to play out here to give us the evidence that we're in a much bigger bear market for this indice, or it's going to follow the DAX higher, and move up from this point here, but it's just not ready to trade just yet. So, but anyway, I just thought I'd shoot the breeze on that, and that way we can all just watch it fall into place, and we can make our choice once the setup falls into place. Alrighty, cheers.